Hi, everyone. It's Thursday. Tonight is, I think it's the 17th, right? Yeah, the 17th. My tree guy came by to give me a guesstimate. They normally trim my redwood tree. He was here before. I had an oak tree that was not very wide in circumference, but it was really leaning. So you don't need a permit to cut a small tree down. So they did that in the front yard. So today they went in the backyard, and I have an olive tree. I didn't realize it was an olive tree. They're going to trim that. They're going to trim the redwood tree. But the nice guy, I don't know why he mentioned his birthday was that day, July 16th. And the first love of my life was born July 16th. I said, "Oh, so you're a whiny pain in the ass." Not that the other boyfriend was really that. I was just teasing him. He goes, "Well, gee, I don't know, And he had a son with him. He's a good dad. He's a good person, very good businessman. And I was laughing. But what happened was when I'm busy teasing him, I forgot to even say happy birthday. So I realized that. And I wrote him and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so busy reaming you that I forgot to actually say to you happy birthday." So anyway, I don't know why I told you guys that story, but anyway. And then they're almost done with the fences. They should be done by this afternoon. I got all my fences painted, beautiful. Oh my God, it makes a huge difference. Very fresh looking. Um, and the shed that my guy Gus built, that's now painted. I'll post it on my YouTube so you guys can see how beautiful it is. So, I mean, my backyard, next year, I'll probably do something with the patio area. But I got that new cement walkway in the back. So, bringing cans in and out, easy peasy. Ah, I should have done that before. But I'll say I love that as much as I love my Generac, because that thing saves my life. And when it starts raining again, I won't have to pull cans through rocks. So anyway, I also wanted to thank, I know who this is from, but my sister said there was no name, but I'm pretty sure I know who this is from. The same lovely lady that bought me one in Sedona, but I think it was a medium. It was a little too small. So she got me the size I can wear, a petite. And also, very sweet of Jean Hollis in Utah. She sent me angels and ancestor oracle cards. I think she got them on eBay, and a nice book called The North American Indian. Talks about the tribes. Thank you, girlfriend. Listen, don't get upset when people write and say, have you read my book?" Yes. Oh my God. I have so many books, you guys. I'm very good with audio. Even if you tell me my book's on audio, I'll buy it on audio. It's easier than having to go through it. I know some people are into reading and the pages and the smell. Me, I like to be able to walk about or drive and listen to books. Okay, but thank you very much. You guys wrote me a lot of questions. Hold on, let's dig in. And I'm getting a lot of people asking what exactly is going on with Kim Copeland. Kim Copeland has two aneurysms in her gut area. Nothing broke through the wall like with Mel, but she can go through some pain and she's going to need some adjusting surgery. But oh, deep prayers. And we'll have a prayer session this weekend and let's pray for her. If you want to submit a prayer in the subject matter, you put prayer. Don't write on the Wix. So I opened up the Wix page again, thanks to my dear friend Tana. I need to call her and ask her if she could delete messages because I don't go there to get messages. So it's grindle9103 at gmail.com. And that's where you write me. That's where we put the prayers in the box and all that. Okay, so and tonight at 3 o'clock is MNOPQR for the three card at 3 p.m. Pacific. Unless something's happening, the guy's supposed to come by and I'm going to pay him and we're going to do a walkthrough, but he said 2 o'clock. Okay, so now let's see. Let's get her done. Oh, and tomorrow is Annette. She's looking very forward to it. We're shoring up. I got all the hotel rooms. Oh, Joy Harjo's coming now too. So it'll be Mel, me, Joy, and Kirsten Langston. And it's a pretty big arena. I've sold 25 tickets. I'd be happy to sell 30, half. If we have room for 60. But the other thing is I have to order all the food and I have a great place that's going to deliver the breakfast and the lunch and on Saturday the dinner. Now it's going through from Thursday the meet and greet, Friday all the adventures, and Saturday all the adventures. Saturday evening is the dinner. We're not going through Sunday. I think Tana accidentally read it wrong or something, but there's no Sunday. You can go home on Sunday if you want. Okay, so where else are we going? Oh, and congratulations to my friend Patricia Arquette, who's for Best Supporting Actress, Emmy nomination, Best Supporting Actress for Deliverance. And also, he's not my friend, I don't know him, Noah Wiley with that pit. The pit, oh my God, that series, hello. My plastic surgeon told me all about it. He said, "Have you ever seen that show, The Pit?" I said, "No, I haven't." And so he recommended it. Oh, I watched it twice. That's as close to working at the emergency room in the county facility that I've ever seen. It was edge of my seat. Some of you might not be able to handle it because it's fake blood and guts, but it sure looks real. I'll tell you the things they can do nowadays. You even see below parts and everything. I mean, but I'm sure they're fake, but I'm saying the visual is pretty distinct. Okay, but that Noah was fantastic. I wouldn't doubt if he could win because he was intense. He had me tearing up, and it's hard for a crazy woman like me. I remember one time in the hospital, this woman, she was out to lunch. And I think she was in 5-point restraints. They brought her and I was in triage. And I leaned down to do something or check her IV or something. She said, "Oh my God, that's a crazy Chinese woman." I said, "No. Oh my God. So that's a crazy Chinese." Oh, I never thought I'd be misinterpreted as Chinese, but hey, whatever. I don't care. Okay, so here we go. You guys gave me a lot of questions. I think I got a total of uh where is it? Here we go. I'm so sick of listening to Trump. I still watch the news, but not very hard. 400 questions, you guys. Now, okay, we have a lot to talk about. First, let's address the swollen ankles. Really significant sign of congestive heart disease. As you can tell, I heard he had a brace on the left ankle, but if how you see people walking around with these huge ankles and even sometimes skin folding over their shoes, and usually they're overweight. Um, that's a heart issue. And he's probably, I don't know if he's got pitting edema. I don't know what he's got, but he's had congestive heart failure for a while. Somebody called me today and said, "But when?" I can't give you wind because there's enough medication to help you stay alive when you have congestive heart. But the fact that his ankles are so big, it's significant. And that hand with the makeup, hello. So let's just take a look, see at his health, okay? It don't hurt for us to ask. Let's take a look. Let's see at his house. See. I got enough questions to last me for a couple of shows. And my cousin Jim is hanging in there. He gets those UTIs. My dad used to get those too. And those babies will make you cray cray. And my cousin Sue almost lost her life. She got such a bad one, she kind of lost her mind for a minute. You know what happens when you get older? And tell me if this is true, but I think so, because I would get them, especially post childbirth. What happens is, I think as you get older, you don't get those dysuria, the painful urination as bad. You don't get the certain signs. So then by the time they find it, it's pretty much up in your kidneys. So he's got the sun. So he's got some good luck with his health, even though he looks horrible. Ooh, he's mad though. I love it. I love it. Yeah, heart disease. Heart disease, you guys. Ding dong. Tick tock. He won't look at that. He's not accepting that. Heart disease. God is waiting on him. I've never seen him pulling out the whole 4 years. Never. But he's gathering up money. He's physically really bad. He has to be careful about walking any distance because he gets real short of breath. Oh, you guys heard about the Alaskan earthquake. And it was so funny. My guys just told us the last time they were seeing the North, far north in Alaska. Anywhere from Alaska to Oregon to Washington. Tell me about Trump and his health. Tell me about Trump. Ooh, he's rotting on the inside. He's got some intestinal issues. I don't know if he's, they say he craps on himself. He might have, a bad ability to be able to hold in anything. But I'm feeling like necrosis in his intestine, like his dead intestine. Angel of light and mercy. Is Donald Trump dying right now? Absolutely, yes, you guys. Okay. Will he last the 4 years as president? Will Donald Trump last this 4 years? It says no. Will Donald Trump pass before I even ask? It starts answering. We don't wish for the death. We have to be careful with that. You don't wish for someone to die. That's not good. But yes, he is going to die. Okay. We're not good with time frames, but let's see. Let's just do a general. And don't forget, Ness said the 24th is supposed to be big. Will he pass in the year 2025? No. Will he pass in the year 2026? Saying yes. Saying yes. And it started off small and got big. So I wouldn't doubt if he starts really having some issues beginning of 26 and then totally gone by the end of 26. That's what they're saying. Don't take that to the bank. I'm just going to give you the 411. And I have to be careful because, you don't want to wish stuff like that. He's pissed off. People are talking about his health with that fake Superman body and they put his face in it. Always trying to act. Let me tell you, this guy has trouble. Like he's probably a real heavy breather after walking a little ways. And they even caught a film of him stealing that soccer plaque. Not the big one, the small one he wrapped it and put it in his pocket and stole it. He said they gave it to him and he lied. He's a thief, you guys. Oh, but if you took a napkin out of the White House, he'd be all over you. Okay, so Will Congress ask Pam Bondi, this is from Sister Sheba, about her relationship with Epstein? Will she be impeached? Okay, I got to ask something really quick. Was the picture with Pam Bondi, Epstein, and Trump a fraud? It's saying no. Hold on. I want to make sure it wasn't a scam. Was the picture of Pam Bondi, Donald Trump, and Epstein a fraud? Let's see if someone says it was planted. It's not a fraud. It's a legitimate photo from when Bondi served as the U.S. Attorney General in 2025. Oh, well, yeah, we know that. So she served in Florida too. So, yeah, no, it's not a fraud. It was a young picture of her. Okay, so the question is, so we've cleared that up. Chat says no, it's not a fraud. The this says no, it's not a fraud. Because you know how we have to be careful sometimes because, it's passing around fake news. Well, Congress asked Pam Bondi about her relationship. That I can tell you absolutely yes. But it'll be after the midterms. And will she be impeached? Absolutely. And will she lose her law license? Absolutely. Let's double check. I've been watching Letitia James YouTube. It's very good. And our Andre is back and he's doing a lot of back-to-back YouTubes. I love it. Oh, I just dropped them all. Okay, I'll go down in a second. Yeah, she's gonna pay for her just desserts. Look, she's reverse actually. Um, hello, hello, ding dong. I wonder if she's had dreams about this because this is bad. And she'll lose money. She's gonna be in huge trouble. What she worked for won't be considered wonderful. This is good. Yeah, she's in trouble, but it's not till after the midterms. Listen, I want to tell you guys something too. Somebody with a family that their family was wonderful people, but they have someone in the family that likes to post that stuff that's fake and was arguing with me about illegals coming over the border, living, getting free health care, free this and free. And all you do is Google it. No, they do not. There's no illegals that get free health care. There's no, and if they do come here and, with the system, it takes 5 years to get it. And the problem is, and then she was talking about her grandmother, who was my mom's dear friend. And she was talking about her grandmother came to this country from Germany and, was proud to be an American. And I'm sure she was because this woman was a fantastic woman. She used to do all the cooking. She was a good cook. And her husband Johnny had served in the Navy. Funny guy. You would go over where Johnny was and get all your jokes. But I said, yeah, but I know who she was from what I know who she was, who knew me when I was born. She wasn't the type of person that would appreciate cages with alligators to put people in. That's not who your grandmother was. That's shocking to her, I'm sure. That's not something, but yet people are gleeful going down taking pictures in front of the signs, thinking, oh, yeah, let them all. And the other thing, by the way, Biden has already, look it up, Google it. Biden has removed more illegal immigrants than Trump has. And the other thing, Trump wants the numbers, so that's why he doesn't care if you're an American citizen. He just doesn't care. My mom married a white man, which is why we have the lighter skin. I have another auntie who married a white man, but some of my cousins are brown, especially over in Texas and Oklahoma, and they said they be careful, even though they're the first peoples. They have to be careful because they get you for the color of your skin. And I just thought, when lettuce is $10 a head, then talk to me. But it's just terrible. Okay, hold on. Hey, listen, anybody that lives out in Sonoma County or Marin County, I highly recommend gray painting, Grey, gray wolf painting, and it's a picture of a wolf. My God, they attend to details. Just wonderful. I paid my ex-husband to paint my fences, and I was willing to pay him a couple of thousand, but I gave him 500 initially, plus the paint. He didn't do nothing. I think he painted a half a fence. The word sucker was right here. Oh, well, the Native American tribe in Florida win their lawsuit in regards to the alligator Alcatraz. I don't know what the lawsuit is. The Muskogee tribe of Indians, Miccosukee tribe of Indians in Florida has filed a lawsuit as they're intervening plaintiff against the state and federal governments over the construction of the detention facility on their traditional lands. The tribe claims the facility was built without proper environmental review or permits. Well, Trump will poo-poo, it doesn't matter, but let's take a look, see. Let me tell you something. I could be wrong. I'm entertainment purposes only. I see that whole jail going like out in the ocean. I think that thing is just going to get flooded and be gone. It may take some human beings with it. Will this tribe win their case? I'll have to look at this, maybe even send them some money. These kind of cases, I like to send money. You know what I'm saying? Might be $12.50, but it's better than nothing. Will they win their case? Here's the battle. It'll be a battle. I wonder if they'll try to throw some money at them, or they're acting like it's mine, mine, mine. Uh, it's going to be stuck in the courts. It's very evil what they're going to do. They're going to act like this is not we have the rights to do this. But here's a judge showing light on it and coming out of a period of not knowing what exactly is supposed to happen. Yes, it will win. It might not win till March of next year. I don't think the facility will be there anymore, March of next year. But uh, people are celebrating. So this case will be won. But the main thing is they can get their land back. Okay. Uh, okay. I was disgusted to see Jared and Ivanka at a vulgar wedding. Will this soulless pair ever face judge? Oh, it must have been that bug-eyed. Oh no, I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry. Not supposed to make comments on people's looks. Um, the guy from Amazon, and he married the woman with the watermelon boobies. She just straight out, just must be so uncomfortable. I mean, some people are into that. Did you guys see that movie about Trump? I think it was even up for Academy Award or something. Where part of the reason he didn't like Ivanka anymore is because she had those fake boobies, but she put them in because of him. He wanted them. And then he said, I don't like them because they're too hard or something. Well, maybe if you had a, a male part that was satisfying, I would have. I was just hoping maybe that would turn you on. So anyway, okay. Okay, this is a good one. Kelly Keith. If Ghislaine is pardoned, she can't plead the fifth later. Will Ghislaine be testifying in future? She will be testifying, but that's a good point. If she's pardoned, she can't plead the fifth, which is one of the reasons she's not going to get pardoned. The other thing is he would love to pardon her and give her a ticket out of Dodge, but people are so upset if he pardons Ghislaine, it's going to destroy him. It's going to destroy him. It's going to destroy him. Um, well, he's already being destroyed. Let me look at Ghislaine. Let's just take a look. Guys give good questions. Too bad you guys weren't over here. I wish you guys were with me. Just chillaxing. Of course, we probably couldn't fit everybody in here, but I'd send Winnie out for pizza. Okay, here we go. We'd make Dan cook some Italian, something Italian. And I guess Mel's good at that too. I've yet to have any of his food. I'll be going to Chicago, you better believe. First thing I'm going to do is say, excuse me, where's my check? Okay, tell me about this name. She's talking to her attorneys. She's already tired of being in there. This whole thing didn't work out for her. This whole upset that's going on right now. And I'm glad you brought this up, Kelly Keith, because the fact that she can't claim the fifth is part of the reason they're not going to let her out. They're not going to give her a pardon. He was thinking about maybe even a pardon when he goes, but he's going to exit stage left before he can do it. And I don't see JD Vance doing it. I see her sitting in jail. Okay, so we know she's going to sit in jail. So will she get mad enough that she'll just go ahead and start tattletaling? Some justice thing. She's going to the Supreme Court wanting a new trial. I'm wondering if she gets a new trial. Something is coming out that's even worse for her and Trump from the past. Ooh, 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 Ghislaine. Somebody said she was remarried. I didn't know that. Um, she's safer in jail right now. You know, if it was Putin, he'd let her out and then she'd be going through a window. Um, I see an illness coming up for her too. I'm sorry, I see a female illness. You remember how I always see a female illness coming up for Amy Barrett for the Supreme Court? I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm feeling the same kind of feeling with Ghislaine, which is kind of God's way of saying, you know what? Don't mess with the big time. Can you give me more specifically? Oh, she's really not happy. She's going to die in jail. Why did I get that? Consequences for the damage done. Now, she's not, she doesn't have a jail term that's life. It's 20 years. And they may try to cut it down, but they're definitely not going to pardon her because they don't want her getting out and not being able to plead the fifth. Tensions will escalate. I told you. And she's going to feel it's very urgent. She got to do something to make things happen. So what does she do? Urgent act now. Earthquake shakeup. I think she may reveal some stuff. She might even be talking because all kinds of news agencies and everything are saying, hey, let's do an interview. Talk to me. A jail cell interview. I'll tell you, if the Trump campaign gets a word, you think what happened to Epstein, they would try to hurt her. I'm telling you right now. Entertainment purposes only. Okay. Um, will Trump fire Jerome Powell? You know what's so weird? Not weird, but it makes sense. Thank you, Chris. That he had a meeting with his henchmen. What do you think? What do you think? Should I fire Jerome? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, you need to fire Jerome. And so that came out as soon as the light of day came. They said, "Oh, he plans on firing Jerome." Did you see him that he absolutely didn't believe that he was the one who hired Jerome Powell? And Biden allowed him to stay because he did a pretty good job. But he just couldn't believe he put him in there. So no, he's not going to fire him now. I think the bonds started to drop as soon as he announced it, and yeah, people aren't going to put up with it. Let me check what the stock market went up again. They just keep going up, but that's the fraud. That's not what's really going on. Just wait for it. Tick tock. Okay, so where else are we going? I don't see him getting rid of Jerome Powell. I see Jerome Powell leaving. I've seen Trump by the end of the summer months. Listen, I believe by the end of these next months, I believe by the end of this year, you'll know he's getting ready to exit stage left. Will Holly Stouffer be successful in unseating Cotton? Joe Biden mercy. Give us the answer. I don't know who this person is, so probably better. Oh, holy shape. Schaffner. Schaffner. Sorry, Holly, if I'm not. Or Haley Schaffner is successful at unseating Tom Cotton. Let me tell you, you're going to see some people exiting stage left unless they absolutely cheat. And I'll talk about that too. I don't want you guys to worry. I think she will. Um, it's a battle though, because he cheats. Here's success. Here's good fighting evil. Here's a passion for the seat. And here's the new beginning. Okay, so let's do this. Will Schaffner be able to unseat? Will Schaffner be able to unseat Tom Cotton? The truth and only truth says yes. And it's a big yes. Okay. So yeah, we had a magnitude 7. I think they said 7.5 in Alaska. Um, More to come, you guys. When will Stephen Miller be gone? Let's just do a quick with this because you can get more details on the time frame. Sometimes this is really good. As long as I try not to think it. Will Steve Miller be gone in the year 2025? No. Will Miller be gone in the year 2026? Yes. I wonder if JD Vance gets rid of him. There's people are going to be so upset. When these midterms happen, it's going to give a real what for. I, I I know we said stuff that hasn't happened, like Kamala won and she did, and they cheated. I don't want you guys to worry about gerrymandering with the Republicans because it's so bad. It doesn't matter what they do, they're still going to lose. Yeah, they may try to make a seat for a Republican, but they're going to get mass crowds of Republicans voting them out because they don't appreciate what they're doing. I saw that. Jen said Trump is seen pocketing a FIFA medal as he walks on stage to hand Chelsea the replica club championship trophy. A kleptomania. Yeah, he steals. I bet you he stole all kinds of. He stole from the White House, and I'm willing to bet he stole from from the Queen. Let me take a look, see at something. So Trump's going to go in September for a couple of days with the King. Uh, Everybody's upset. How is that meeting going to go? Prince Charles, King Charles. They're talking, it's interesting. Remember he brought all his family last time? I see a limit on who he can bring, and they're telling him because I think he costs too much money. Don't tell me Trump's or either the King or Trump is not going to be doing well. Okay? Yeah, evil. Evil. Um, People trying to be kind. There's a few people out there cheering for him, but it's a very uncomfortable meeting. I know he can't speak to Parliament. He asked to speak to Parliament because Obama and Clinton spoke to Parliament, but they're not letting him. So he leaves disappointed. So I don't think it's him that's sick. I think that the king might be a little under the weather and not able to take on his bull. So that's a good question. What does the US look like a year from now? From Barbara Wilson. What does the US look like a year from now? What does the US look like a year from now? Oh, I see fires. I see more flooding. I'm so sorry, you guys. I see ecologically, the US is really struggling to get back up. I see a pulsation of the higher realm, like the angels of light and mercy, wanting people to feel more alive, like that people are putting their hands out saying, here we are, we'll help you. Because America's sick and they're going to struggle financially. And this is as prophesized, coming out of a period of really, just rebuilding. This is a good card. It's not, I don't take it as Russia, but I need to look at Russia too. But it's the Empress, the realm, the assistance, the strength. Yeah, the evil. We have evil on us, you guys. A change of the cycle. So we're going to go on an up cycle. We've been upside down, but now we're going to go on an up cycle. And passion for the rebellion and passion for the new beginning. See, we're going to start all over again with the bird of paradise on our shoulders. It's not going to be business as usual. Not even the Democrats can be business as usual. A lot of these old farts got to go. And, they vote for their raises, they vote to have these fat packages. You got to have the ones that are willing to go in and say, you know what, we don't deserve that. Or if we don't come up with a budget, we don't deserve to get paid. There's only a few people in there that do that, like AOC and etc. But these other people are going to find out. They're going to find out. Uh, they will be, I'm going to tell you, when the independents and the Democrats take over with the United States next year, by the end of next year, because we're already in July, we're almost in August, only 4 more months left in the year. See, and it went by. So, just hold on to your hat. And we will be able to amend a lot of the damage that he did, especially for the people who were assaulted by ICE. But this whole fake ice thing is a nothing. They're going to end up, California right now, I think, has passed a law that you can't wear a mask. You can't come in as ICE when you're not. They're arresting a lot of people who are fraudulent. And you know, what were they doing? Going and taking babies out of foster homes. Okay. Listen, El Salvador is going to hand everybody back to us. I just want you to know that. I've told you this before because they're not going to get paid anymore. Once we're there, they're not. I don't care if JD Vance says, "Oh, you know, no, Congress holds the purse strings and they're going to hold them tight." No, we're not giving any. And then they're like, "Hey, take your people, come get your people." Because remember, I saw military going to get them. Uh, um, Pam Bondi is it's very sad for her. She, what was her relation with Epstein? She liked him. He was very uh personable to her. He never made any move. There was nothing like that. But she liked Trump too. You know, Pam Bondi is like Hope. What was her name? Hope Hicks. Very tried and true to him, you know. He manages to hold, he likes good looking women and he manages to hold on to some and not make it so ugly that they can't stick around. But, you know, he's giving her as much. He will never fire her. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, the guys have always told me put on classical music. It's good for plants too. Classical music can help you calm down. So Gardner said that a video entitled Noise Can Crush Your Soul probably, you know, I like 70s music. I can't help it. But yeah, my parents always had classical and, you know, Frank Sinatra, Keely Smith, and they enjoy Creedence Clearwater, the Linda Ronstadt, the new stuff. Because my mom was 17 when she had me. So, you know, they were young. Jack Smith, will he appear in August and or September? Will Jack Smith be back into the realm of all this craziness? Yes. Will he come in August or September? No. Not now. Will he come in 2026? Absolutely, yes. Will Netanyahu be gone by 2026? Absolutely, yes. Will Vladimir, whatever you say, Putin, will Putin be gone in 2025? No. In 2026? Yes. I haven't seen any more like bombings or anything. I know they went cray cray, but Ukraine is hitting the stuff that counts. Yeah, Bill Barr, we haven't heard anything. Bill Barr is the one that helped plan the demise of Epstein. Bill Barr, they might try to call him in to testify, but Bill Barr is not doing well. Uh, okay. I don't know if Ghislaine Maxwell is the woman that takes him down, but let me tell you, she has the ability to take him down. I see somebody saying, listen, let's make a deal with you. Let's, you know, they might help her even legally to get her out to where she's not being pardoned. And, you know, have a sit down, teach that guy a lesson. Because he's not going to pardon her. Not, I don't see it. Not now. Nope. And she's not going to wait much longer. Uh, yeah, Murkowski is not going to do very well. She did terrible things. He is so stressed. Trump is so stressed. I wouldn't doubt if he has an aneurysm. SCOTUS will be overhauled. They will have hearings. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have hearings. They're going to say, even Kavanaugh and all of you, where'd you get the money to pay off all your bills? All these people under the table that were taking money, exit stage left. Even their law licenses removed. Yes, we will find out how many J6ers are with ICE, but a lot of pedophiles are signing up and going in there acting like, yeah, we're here to get rid of the illegals, and they just want to steal there's so many stealing of human bodies. It's terrible. I see a huge hearing for Ron DeSatan and his wife, and I see them putting jail time on her, especially. I don't know about him, but her especially. So it's coming up, you guys. Don't worry. Uh, Stephen Miller suing Chief John Roberts? What? Hold on. Hold the bus. Is Stephen Miller suing Chief Justice John Roberts? Yes, legal group tied to Stephen Miller has indeed sued Chief Justice John Roberts, uh, naming Chief Justice Roberts in his role, and Robert J. Conrad, Director of the Administrative Office of the U.S. Courts, contends that the Judicial Conference and the Administrative Office actually act as executive branch agencies, not purely judicial entities, and therefore should be subject to the Freedom of Information Act. They claim bringing these bodies under FOIA expands presidential oversight and enforces transparency. The strategy is a bold and widely challenged attempt to blur the lines between the branches and boost executive control over the court system. Legal experts have dismissed it as highly unlikely to succeed and inconsistent with constitutional separation of powers. But this actually kind of pissed off Justice Roberts. You know, I do feel that the court is a little bit afraid. SCOTUS is a little bit afraid. So I don't know who went back to Roberts and to Amy, but they threatened them pretty good. But they might as well just kiss their seat goodbye because they're all about ready to go. And we'll be replacing them with fantastic, and we'll have term limits, etc. So you guys, I gotta go because they're gonna come and ask me for the money for the fences and all the painting they did for 3 days. So I have to go hide in. And if you hear about the police coming to my house, it was nothing. Trust me. I'm just kidding. Okay, I love you all. And more, thank you. I have a lot more questions, so I'll do another one tomorrow. But we're doing a live with personal questions and mediumship questions with Annette at 11 a.m. Pacific time on StreamYard, and then at 3 p.m. for my members. Okay, cheers.